Well, a warm welcome to you all on this Good Friday.
That's correct.
It is Good Friday.
We've been away for 2 weeks straight.
We were, yeah.
We had a spring break with our daughter here at home, and we had to live with her and spend time with her instead of you guys. So you guys suffered, and she gained, and we gained.
Oh, she gained big time, I'm sure.
Yeah. But we went to see Project Hail Mary together as a family. I had read the book last year or so, and so when I heard it was coming out, I was like, we have got to go see it together. It's not a shoot 'em up or anything like that.
It's so funny though, because you said this about a month ago. You're like, what are you doing tomorrow? And I'm like, this is the only day of the week that I literally can't do anything. And then we figured it out, and you're like, oh, it's not
even out yet. Yeah.
Out yet.
So it's out, and of course you've probably heard a lot of buzz about it if you're online at all. So if you've seen Project Hail Mary, let us know in the chat. Has nothing to do with diet, has nothing to do with blood sugar, but we are waiting for people to file in because we started the live stream early.
And we're sporadic, so nobody knows. Yeah. Nobody knows when we're going to be on.
If we're going to do it.
If we're going to do it, and what the heck we're talking about anyway.
We used to be a carnivore channel. For those of you who are new here, we were carnivore for 3 years. I lost over 35 pounds, IBS and acid reflux in complete remission, but some other little problems cropped up. And I went completely the opposite into total bioenergetic, super high carb, terrible mistake. And now I'm back into more of a low carb mode. And my blood sugar is now in a very nice, steady, sane pattern.
That's nice to hear.
But you didn't go as wild and crazy with the carbs as I did.
No, I didn't. I also was carnivore for 3 years, a little more than 3 years, and experienced about 35 pounds weight loss. Mood and energy, fabulous. Skin glowing. Reduced my thyroid medication. I don't even remember what. Cellulite gone. Like, it was good. It was really good.
So why did you trade all those gains away just to experiment with carbs?
Well, I experimented with carbs because my thyroid numbers were now, after going better, were trending worse. And also my lipids they never were great. And I'm not just talking LDL. I know cholesterol code screening is happening, maybe today, I don't even know. But it's like happening. So it wasn't even about the LDL, it was about the quality of my lipids. Numbers were high and they were not really...
You had a lot of small LDL.
Small LDL, yes. And so I was like, well, let's see if we can pull the levers a little bit. I think that was both of us. We were pulling the levers.
And, like me, your blood sugar was trending up.
Yes.
On carnivore.
Yes.
Now, many don't think that matters if you feel good.
Yes.
I was not one of those people. But don't take advice from a random novelist on the internet. All I'm doing here is reporting on what I did, not what you should do.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I didn't go full in like you did with lots and lots of carbs. I was really careful about, I don't remember what my carb load was. Maybe it was 150 grams. Yeah, maybe. And I tried to keep it to roots and fruits. So I was having fruit, obviously, and potatoes, white potatoes. And that was pretty much it. But that was no bueno for me at all. My face broke out or erupted into violence, as my little brother used to say, right? It erupted into violence. And, but mostly I gained 15 pounds in 2 months. And my mood and energy was just not great. Not great at all.
I can attest.
He can, yeah. He's like, maybe you better just, I'm not doing that at this point, but maybe you should. So what I'm doing right now is basically low carb, 50 grams or less of carbs per day, and I am what you'd call animal-based.
Okay.
Anita Breeze reminded me of that the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, last week. She was like, that's animal-based. Yeah, that is animal-based. Where I have a little small pulse of fruit in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. And the rest of the day is animal products for the most part.
Well, I had gone up to 250 grams of carbs a day, and these are, and I was actually low fat for a while. I was trying to keep fat down to like 10-15% of calories, and it was nearly impossible to do, and my blood sugar was all over the place. I didn't feel good. I had bad anxiety. I gained 15 pounds, and so and my blood sugar wasn't actually in good control.
No.
So
Now,
that was a mistake.
the bioenergetics people, first of all, they might not advise that you go as fast as you did.
That was a terrible mistake.
But they also say it takes a really long time to adapt.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't know. I just went off
Yeah.
half-cocked. And so then I backed down, and then I backed down again. And so I'm down to, I'm guessing around, I was tracking everything I ate for months. And then of the past couple of weeks, I just kind of stopped doing that because I felt like I was getting a little too manic about it. But based on my one orange a day and a small servings of potatoes, I'm in the like 50 to 75 grams of carbs every day. And that's really helps stabilize things, obviously. But there's one other thing that we introduced
Oh.
that seemed to have quite a significant impact on blood sugar stability.
Yeah, so I went to my integrative doctor, and he was like, 15 pounds. I see. And I'm like, I introduced carbs. He's like, well, you might feel better, but... And I'm like, oh, no, I don't feel better. But he didn't quite understand that I wanted to give my pancreas something to do. Not a lot to do, but a little something to do. So that I wouldn't be in this glucose sparing mode where our blood sugar was climbing and the body was signaling stress. So he recommended a few things. I'm like, no, not going to eat beans. Nope, not going to do that. Nope. And he recommended something called sun fiber. Fiber. Skeptical, coming from a carnivore history, and you removing fiber
Yeah.
and having tremendous results.
Yeah, that getting rid of fiber was probably what helped my IBS the most.
Yeah.
So I was not enthusiastic about this idea.
No. So I sat on it a little bit and did some research, and finally I did actually order the sun fiber, which I believe this is what it's called, PHGG. I believe that stands for partially hydrolyzed guar gum.
Guar gum.
Guar
And
gum.
guar is a plant.
Yeah, it is a plant, yes. And supposedly it's extremely low FODMAP, extremely low fermentation. Like, I checked all this stuff out. And wouldn't you know, I put it in my drink one morning and checked my blood sugar, ate my breakfast, checked my blood sugar, and was like, holy cow. And then throughout the day, I had another half dose in the morning and a half dose in the evening. My blood sugars were down in the 70s and 80s. I've not seen that unless I'm fasting fairly aggressive. 70s, I've got to be fasting fairly aggressively, which for me is like doing 48 to 72 hour fasts, or the sardine fast. I think it would get down that low. But this was doing it while I was eating, and incredible. I was like,
It's working.
I can't believe it. Yeah.
So I tried it, and it's fairly flavorless. It has a little bit of a flavor mixed in water. And I did her protocol of a half a scoop morning and night. And I hadn't had my CGM in a long time,
No.
so I slapped that in, and I couldn't believe how low and even, but it really mitigated spikes from things like an orange or a little bit of potato. But I think just overall, it just kept everything a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Which was really remarkable. I don't know if it's good or not long term.
No, but here's the other thing that was intriguing about it that I only half remember. I didn't know we were doing this live stream tonight, or I would have checked my notes. but it also helps with that LDL. And it's not about, again, we're not that concerned with the overall LDL number. But what I know I have is some congestion where the LDL is not recycled by my liver, and so it stays in the bloodstream. And this helps with that. I don't recall the mechanism, so you'll have to check that out yourself if you're interested in that type of thing. But supposedly, it is also going to help with that as well. So it's not even just about the blood sugar for me. It's actually, hopefully, addressing one of those things that I wanted to address by adding carbs back in.
So it's very interesting. If you've heard of Sun Fiber, let us know. It's not a brand.
No, but it's...
I don't know why it's called Sun Fiber. Maybe it is made by one manufacturer and all the different brands sell some version of it.
Maybe.
Kind of like magnesium L-threonate is that Magtine is one. It's because there's a patent on it. But I don't know if that's the case with this.
Mm-hmm.
I was skeptical, but it does seem to have a blood sugar impact that's beneficial.
And have you noticed any gut issues? Because that...
No.
I mean...
No, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
So I'm going to continue to take it when I remember. Sometimes it's hidden behind some flowers. And then I forget that it exists. And then I'm like, oh, I forgot to take my Sun Fiber. So I didn't have it for dinner tonight.
Uh-huh.
But I did slap a CGM in a couple, I don't know, a week or so ago because our daughter was going to do it for the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got to get on board with this. And then she delayed. But my current glucose is 98. So this is Lingo, which is the Abbott version of the over-the-counter CGM. And you can see my current blood glucose is 98. I just ate a little while ago. So,
About an hour.
Is that
Or
right?
maybe a little less than an hour. Yeah.
But you can see there's one bump sort of earlier in the day. That was breakfast or lunch. That was lunch. Breakfast did nothing because I took my Sun Fiber with it. And that bump is from an orange that I had with a carnivore bar. And my blood sugar got up to 120.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then immediately dropped. So the Lingo has this thing of Lingo count that is some sort of proprietary system where they set a goal for you and then you try to keep your Lingo count down based upon the blood sugar spikes. I don't really know how it calculates it, but when I was doing the higher carb stuff, I was blowing through my Lingo count every day without even two thoughts about it. And today at 5:30, I've got 9 points with a target of 30. So it's extremely stable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So pretty exciting.
Yeah. Overnight too, very extremely flat line. It's really interesting. And for me, I'm not giving up the fruit yet. Yet I'm wondering, like, can I go deeper into carnivore and can this keep the blood sugar from creeping up?
Well, part of it is slowing absorption of eaten carbs.
Yes, that is part of it.
So if you're not eating carbs,
but then
I
it's
don't know.
still also doing the LDL work. So
Yeah.
like it's supposed to be good for your liver. Or
the only thing
whatever.
you could do is try it.
Yeah. I don't know yet where,
Was that stuff expensive?
I don't recall.
Because it's like 30 servings, which is, if you cut it in half like we've been doing, that's 60. But I've been having it, you've been having it, and there's still some left.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a powder, you just dissolve it in water or something and drink it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the program for today.
There you have it.
Let us know who you are, where you're from in the chat. Are you carnivore? Did you give up carnivore? Are you low carb? Are you trying to solve your blood sugar problems? We don't have answers, but we're interested in your journey.
Yes.
Now, I did mention that I'm a novelist, and if you've been watching our channel for the past 2 years, I've not released a novel in that amount of time, so you got to be starting to question, well, what does he actually do? And the answer is, think about how I should be writing my novel. I have 150-something thousand words written on the next book, which is, you'd think that should be enough. That's like, I don't know, a 600-page book. But it's not done, and I'm not happy with it, and so it's just been kind of stuck. today I wrote a nice 2,000 words to JJ.
Nice.
And what I had done is I had gone back to chapter 1 and I read through it to where I thought I wanted to change something. And I changed it, and I'm writing from that point forward.
Huh.
So that 150,000 words that I have is set aside. I may reclaim some of those chapters because I have different viewpoint characters, so I may bring in some of those back. But right now I'm following the main character through the main storyline so I can solve the end of the series, because this is book 9.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's a whole different ball game when you're in book 9.
Yeah. So, but I had been trying this process, and I'd been writing by longhand, and then I had been typing, and I kept starting over with this process because I was like, I'm not getting it. The character is just thinking. The character is having a conversation about the story so far. Nothing that a reader would actually want to end up reading. And then today I finally hit something where I got some traction, and I'm like, okay, now I'm writing something that I would want to read. So I was happy about that.
Now, you've done this before where you've written a whole bunch and then kind of scrapped it and gone a totally different direction.
Absolutely. The first of the Scion Chronicle novels, which is a young adult dystopian series, I wrote a 65,000 word first draft of that and threw the entire thing away. I think there was one scene that I kind of kept and rewrote the whole thing. You gotta, there's that idea of kill your darlings in creative work, which I'm not a big fan of, but sometimes you just gotta set it aside and write something else. See if you can figure it out. So it's been too long, and I really want to get some momentum on this and finish the series so that I can write something else.
I would like you to finish the series so you can write something else too.
Maybe I'll even write something that has a romance plot in it.
Really?
Now in Starside there is a little bit, but it's not really the focus. And the way I solve romance problems is I split the characters up. So they don't have scenes together, and then I don't have to worry about it. Maybe not the best strategy. So that's the writing.
Well, I would like to see some of your, I'd like to see your, the thriller, what is the genre? The one with the girl who's the...
Yeah, that was a thriller.
Okay.
It was kind of a young adult, but it wasn't really
Yeah.
marketed young adult. That thriller novel was Cassie Ingram.
Yes.
And that's under my pen name Eric Shaw, ARIC. And it's about she's like a billionaire's daughter
Yeah.
who had been threatened with kidnap, and so her dad enrolled her in survival training. So that was the premise. And then of course
Things go bad.
things go very bad, and she uses those skills to lay waste to the enemies who are doing harm to her father.
Yeah.
So it's a good time.
Yeah,
It's
I'd
a
like to
shoot 'em
see
up.
another one of those.
Yeah, I actually started a sequel to that, and then I had to set it aside because I owed it to myself to finish the
Yeah.
actual fantasy series that I was writing. And this has been a labor of love for many years. The thing that I wanted to write when I was 14, and basically targeting what would a 14-year-old want to read an epic fantasy about, and I wrote it. And I love it. You should read it too. It's called Starside Saga. We talked about Project Hail Mary. We talked about the changes to our diet. What
but
else is going on?
Here's what else is going on here at our property.
Okay.
You may have noticed wherever you live, if you live in the U.S., it's been a very interesting spring. And we've been very blessed through the winters. We've been very blessed, period, for many years now. There's been no major issues with weather. What we have had, though, is it'll pop up to 70 degrees for 2 days, and then it'll whiplash and get really cold again. Like the Alberta Clipper, I think, will come down, and then it'll get really cold. So the result has been no tornadoes, thankfully, for us, but lots and lots of wind. When it's going to get hot, we got the wind blowing in the front. When it's going to get cold, we've got the wind blowing in the front. And so we have had massive spring cleanup we're not even done,
No,
close
not
to
even
done.
close. With trees down.
But lots of standing dead trees that have come down, and lots of sticks. And just when we get some area cleaned, the winds come again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been interesting.
It's good exercise.
It's very
Gets
good.
you outside, you ground.
Functional.
When you're touching all the sticks on the ground, you earth, right?
Yep.
And all of the good ion exchange
Yeah.
happens, whatever that is. I don't know the theory really.
Yeah. But one of those windstorms woke us up in the night. It was
absurd.
There was one that went on for a few days that was really, really, that's the one that took out most of the trees. But yeah, quite crazy. It was very interesting, but we're working on it bit by bit. But then it gets rainy or cold and
Who wants to be out there working on it in the rain?
the work halts.
Plus, I need to get firewood split
Yes.
for 2027. I don't have any for 2027. So everything I'm going to be using, I don't have any for 2026 either. Next fall when I'm going to need it here in the house. So I'm not going to have well-seasoned firewood, I'm afraid. But I need to cut and split all this fallen standing dead trees and hope for the best.
Yeah. Yeah. But we did that a little bit for this past season.
We have no viewers apparently.
Nope.
So I guess we can probably wrap it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe we'll be back next Friday. It seems pretty likely. And maybe we'll put a little more effort into thinking about the topic. But we wanted to check in with you. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Because we know that most of our loyal viewers will see it on the replay because we started early and psyched everybody out.
Well, and it's also holiday weekend.
That's true,
So
yeah.
there
People
may
are busy
be
with
there
Good
may
Friday
be other
stuff.
things going on too.
So we hope you have a happy Easter.
Yes, very happy Easter, and that every day you're stronger.
And every day, more blessed. See you next week.